Hello students, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I was not keeping well, so I couldn't shoot videos for close to more than a month or 2 months rather. So again I begin the short videos for the sake of the board exam 2021. So what I decided to do is to take up chapter wise selected MCQs and assertion and reasoning questions which are going to be more in the board exam 2021. Close to so much of questions will be objective type questions. So one has to be clear about the concepts. So let me begin today with the first chapter, electric charges and fields. So today I am going to do some conceptual questions or problems rather. I will read the problem. You will find it in any book, right? You learn the ideas, the concepts. The first problem is two charges Q1 and Q2 are placed in vacuum. Now we have two charges Q1 and Q2. They are placed in vacuum. See, either you place it in vacuum or in air, it is more or less one and the same. And the distance of separation between them is d. Okay. Now, the force acting between them is given to be, it is attractive or repulsive, that we don't know. So, there is a force is acting. The force is F. So, remember, let me remove this circle because I have used circle for the charges. Now, the force is F. Now, what comes into your mind? Coulomb's law. So, F is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught because it is in vacuum, Q1, Q2 upon R square. And here the distance is d. So, instead of R, I can substitute with d square. This is the first part of it. Second, a medium of dielectric constant 4. Now, what is dielectric constant? Is K. K is equal to 4. Each medium has different dielectric constant. For air or vacuum, it is 1. Okay. Now, for water, it is 81. And here, some medium which is having a dielectric constant 4. Okay. Now, so we are going to place this charge is same, distance of separation is same, but I am going to place it in a medium of dielectric constant 4. So how the formula will change? I will call this as FO because it is in epsilon naught I have used, right? And F in a particular medium is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon. Why epsilon? It is permittivity on the particular medium. This is permittivity in the free space or vacuum or air. But the charges Q1 and Q2 are remaining same and the distance of separation is remaining same. Now we to find the force when it is in a particular medium. Okay. Now very simple. Call this as equation number 1. Call this as equation number 2. So let us try. If I do 1 divided by 2, then what will happen? Look carefully. The whole thing, these factors will get cancelled. And 4 pi also will get cancelled. So, I will say FO upon FE is equal to, what is in the numerator? 1 upon epsilon naught divided by 1 upon epsilon. Okay. So, this is in inverse we will write epsilon upon epsilon naught is equal to FO upon FE. I hope you understand this. FO upon FE is equal to epsilon upon epsilon naught. What is that? That is called dielectric constant. Dielectric constant is a ratio between the permittivity in a particular medium with reference to permittivity in vacuum that are free space. Okay, so epsilon upon epsilon naught is K and FO upon FE. Okay, so let me erase this now. That means part of it, let me erase it. Right, so let me erase this part of it. Okay, now watch carefully. FO upon Fe is equal to K. I have the K value. So FO upon K is equal to Fe. Right, and that is FO upon 4. K is how much? 4 in this problem. That is Fe. So what happens to the force now? The force, what happens to the force? It decreases by 4. It decreases by 4 or it becomes 1/4. Okay, the force is decreasing. So what does it mean? It means different at different points of time. So suppose if I take one positive charge and take another positive charge, what will be the force between them? That will be a repulsive force. Like forces will repel. Okay, now the repulsive force is decreasing. The repulsive force is decreasing. That means the two charges will come closer. You understand the concept? Yeah, when the repulsive force is decreasing, then the charges will come closer. Now look at it differently. One positive charge and I take one negative charge. Then what will be the force between them? It will be a attractive force. It will be a attractive force. When attractive force, again it will also become 1/4. Attractive force is decreasing. Attractive force is decreasing. That means it is going away. You'll find that attractive force decreases means that they are moving apart. Okay, that depends on the charges which you assume. In this problem, I have not taken either it is positive or negative, but only it is the 4 options A, B, C, D will be there. It is doubled, it is quadrupled. Okay, this also can be the word quadrupled. Okay, quadrupled. Okay, this is also means 1/4 it becomes, or sometime it is 4 times you can say. So you have to choose the correct answer. I hope you understand this. Right, now let me do one more problem. Yes, there are so many books are there. You can use any book you want. Okay, in the market, NCERT book is okay, fine, you can use, right? And in this particular time, you have to use, just don't go for only sample papers. I will prefer you go for something like, I use exam idea. I use exam idea, and I use also together with physics, right? And but this is, remember, this is not the sample paper. This is not sample paper. Is an author is N.K. Bandari, and this is also a book which I use often. And I always use Move Fast with Physics. Yeah, and this is also a very nice book by S.L. Arora. Okay, and this also will have question and answers, and NCERT questions are solved. Okay, this is VK publication. Okay, this is VK publication, and this is actually together is Rachana Sagar. Okay, so these are the books which you use before examination. Today already is 10th, so don't go for much buying books. Sample paper, if you are confident, you buy that. If not, doing only sample paper, you have to solve at least 5 years previous year question papers. You should buy that. That will be better, right? 5 years previous year question paper, both Delhi papers should be there and outside Delhi papers should be solved. This will help you to score very high marks. Okay, so solving these papers are very important. 5 years papers with solutions, you will get it, I don't remember the company name. I'm not sure of that. These books also covers all of them. That is a different matter. But you may be getting something, you can available in the market. Find it out, do a bit of research, and then purchase a book. Whatever you invest money, it should be worthwhile. Okay? Yeah, this is a small idea for you to approach the exam. Now, the second problem, it is also based on the same chapter. Two charges of equal magnitude, Q and Q, right, are kept at a distance R, okay, and experience a force F, okay, equal magnitude they have said, but again they have not said is it positive or negative. So let it be, no issue at all. Okay, now what is going to happen? The charges are halved. The charges are halved. Okay, halved. Okay, so I will write here Q upon 2, and this is going to become Q upon 2. Fine. Now, and the distance is doubled. So that means the distance is now doubled. That means it has become 2 times R. Okay. Now they are asking what will be the new force, which we will call it as F dash. It's very simple. One is the charges are halved and the distance is doubled. Okay. So what you do, again go back to Coulomb's law. F is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 Q2 upon R square. That is, F is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into Q square upon R square. Yes, call this as equation number 1. Now, equation number 2, that is, let us say force 1, and equation number 2, or let it be F only, F dash. We have taken F dash. F dash is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into Q square upon R square. Yes, we cannot say Q square upon R square. Now what has happened to the charges? Q divided by 2 into Q divided by 2, Q1, Q2. And upon R square, it has become 2R the whole square. 2R the whole square. Okay, let me erase this whole thing. I don't need this diagram now. Okay, because we have taken the data. Yes. So I will write it here for you more neatly. F is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into Q upon R square, equation number 1. F dash is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into Q upon 2 into Q upon 2 upon 2R the whole square. Okay, let us simplify one more step here, right? F dash is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into Q into Q. So Q into Q multiply by 1 upon 2 into 1 upon 2. That is 1 upon 4 divided by 2 square 4 R square. Keep it R square. Done. Now see, I can say that one more step let me take. 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, that is F dash, is Q, same thing, Q upon R square multiply by 1 upon 4 into 4. Okay, 1 upon 4 into 4 is how much? 16, right? And call this simplified equation as equation 2. Now what we will do, we need to know the new force. Keep F dash in the numerator divided by F. This is the second problem I am doing. That is equation 2 divided by equation number 1. Okay, 2 divided by 1. You see 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, Q upon R square, Q upon R square. So what I have got here? 1 upon 16, right? That is nothing but F dash is equal to F upon 16. Okay, What does this mean? What does this mean? This means that the force decreases by 16 times. When you halve the charges and increase the distance, what is happening? The force, either attraction or repulsion, whatever it is decreasing by 16 times. Okay? So, whenever a problem is given, first and foremost, do not attempt the problem immediately. In the examination, you have 15 minutes reading time. Go through all the questions one time. Then, when you come to the objective questions, either MCQs or 1 mark question, read the problem and take the data out. Even it can be 1 mark. You cannot just simply tick A, B, C, D or anything. That will be a random. You will be absolutely wrong many times. So, please solve it in your paper, answer script in the side. Okay? Rough page, rough line, you mark it, right? And make a rough line, and then you should do. What I do is, in the answer sheet, I tell my children to make a small rough column. Okay? Do not carry for the next page, last page and all. Then and there you do it. When the examiner finds a mistake, he will be able to give you mark for steps when you are having a carryover error. Okay? So let me do a third problem. Okay? So in this video, let us do the third problem. Okay? Here, again I'm basing all of them on this. These are all short videos, quick videos, revision videos, right? In a medium, the force of attraction between two charges, let us say two charges Q1, Q2. He says the force of attraction. What does it mean? That means they are opposite charges. Force of attraction. And the distance of separation is D. The distance of separation is D. Now he asks you the question, what should be the distance? Which means you are not going to disturb the charges. Charges are Q1 and Q2, right? And you are going to get, what should be the force? The force should be 3 times F. For the force to be 3 times F, what should be the distance? Is asking what should be the new distance. You understand? Here charges are remaining same and the force is to become 3 times. Then what should be the distance? Yeah, we will now find out. You should know theoretically. Yeah, when the distance increases, then what will happen? The force will increase. Why? They are inverse square law. That means 1 upon r square. So let me see, very simple way. F is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 Q2 upon r square. This is the formula. 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught is a constant. Q1 Q2 is also not changing. So only the variable is r square. So can I write F is inversely proportional to r square? Okay? And if that is so, now 3F will be inversely proportional to a distance which is not known to us, that is r dash, but r dash square. R here D it is given, so let me take the same symbol D square and this should be D dash square. Now understand carefully, because by removing these factors we simplify the whole process. We know it is inversely proportional, and here for the force to become 3 times F, what should be the distance? D dash square. Yes, when I have done that, what I am going to do, let me call this as equation 1 and equation number 2. Okay, you do not worry whether it is 1 upon 2 or 2 upon 1, don't worry about that. You do anything, 1 upon 2 I am going to do. That is F divided by 3F is equal to, why? Equal to, for proportionality same constant K, so they will get cancelled. So I can put equal to mark because both of them represents force and both of them represents distance. So same constant will come 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. Okay, so this is not necessary. So ultimately you understand this actually, okay, is equal to 1 upon d square 1 upon d dash square. It may look cumbersome, I am doing little enlarge, do not worry. The more the steps you take, the less the possibility of errors. So you apply more steps, nothing will happen. The board is giving you paper which is free of cost, right? You are not paying money for it. So why don't you give sufficient space, apply the steps so that examiner checks it somewhere there is a mistake and it is only end mistake, they will give you mark for the steps also, right? So f gets cancelled, 1 upon 3 is equal to 1 upon d square comes down, 1 upon d dash square goes up, so d dash square upon d square. So what do I want? D dash square. You see what I am doing here? D dash square is equal to, I bring this up here, d square upon 3. Okay. So let me erase this part now. Okay. Because I have taken all the data. I don't need any of them. Okay. Now I got d dash square upon, d dash square is equal to d square upon 3. Now I want d dash. So what did I do? I found the root. So that is equal to root of d square upon 3. What is d square root? D divided by 3 root, that is root 3. So the answer is d dash is equal to d divided by root 3. So this is the formula which you have to, this is how you have to solve the problem. Okay. In today's video, right, I have taken electric charges and I have taken only Coulomb's law. Okay. In the next class, I will do something with the fields, then I will go for Gauss theorem, and slowly we will build up and try to cover as much as possible. Right? Let me pray to God that I keep good health and able to be of service to you all. Okay. Thank you so much. God bless you.